You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Tonight, a female called police after finding child pornography, and 2 bikers are injured in a crash. News 25 starts now.
News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A man from Texas says he moved to Pahrump to change his ways. It's Tuesday, May 21st. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Police say a local man was in possession of hundreds of photos of child pornography.
Patrol members be advised.
Jared Bedgood has been arrested for possession of visual pornography of persons under the age of 16. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched on May 11th in reference to a domestic dispute on North Murphy here in Pahrump. The husband and wife state that they were in a verbal argument. The female told police that she had got into a fight with her husband and that he had choked, held, and hit her. She further advised that she wanted a divorce and he would not give her one. Officers say that during the interview, her story had changed several times and she did not have injuries consistent with her claims of abuse. The female then allegedly told police that she had tried to pull her own hair out because she was stressed about the fact that her husband had child pornography on his computer and she was upset about that. At that time, the female requested the attention of medics and was transported to the hospital. During the interview with Jared Bedgood, police say that he had child pornography on an old computer and that he had moved from Texas to Pahrump to start over. In fact, he informed them that he had gone to a mental facility for his thoughts about liking young girls. Officers say that Jared stated that he had not downloaded any child pornography since 2013. Police say that they found a couple hundred photos of clearly underage girls ranging from 4 years up to 15 years old. Jared Bedgood was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. The laptop was seized and booked into Nye County evidence.
And police arrested 3 people Friday as a result of an altercation.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested 3 individuals as a result of a fight that occurred on Friday afternoon on Dandelion Street at Napa Auto Parts Store. Arrested was Toby Martinez and an unnamed juvenile male for burglary in the first degree, and the third, Cameron Varden, was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon and assault with a deadly weapon. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched after a report of several individuals fighting inside the Napa Auto Parts store. Upon arrival, they noticed 2 people running away from the businesses through the desert towards Firebird Circle. Police made contact with 2 individuals in the desert area. One was identified as Toby Martinez and the other one an unnamed juvenile. Martinez and the juvenile told police that a fight had occurred after Cameron Varden entered the parking lot at Napa Auto Parts. They said that he almost struck their vehicle when pulling into the driveway. Varden allegedly told police that he was having problems with his power steering and that he honked his horn at the red van exiting the parking lot. The 2 other individuals say that Varden flipped them off and then pulled out a gun. They say in the beginning, he lifted his shirt, revealing a gun in his waistband. Then, as the argument continued, Cameron allegedly later pointed the gun at Toby's head. Martinez and the juvenile say that they got inside a car and attempted to leave the area. However, Martinez says that he decided to go back inside Napa Auto Parts and fight with Varden. The 2 males report that they went inside the business and began to punch Varden. The juvenile allegedly told police that he took a hammer and then smashed the front of Varden's windshield on his car while they fled the scene. Both Toby Martinez and Cameron Varden were arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. The male juvenile was placed under arrest and transported to the Nye County Juvenile Probation Office.
And medics and police were called for 2 individuals who sustained injury during a crash near Petrick Park this afternoon.
2 people have been transported this afternoon as a result of a motorcycle versus bike accident on Basin Avenue near Boot Hill. Both pedestrians were found on the ground ejected from their vehicles upon arrival of police and medics. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units, as well as Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, were dispatched to the scene of the crash. Mercy Air transported the rider of the bike to a trauma center in Las Vegas. The motorcycle rider was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital.
And more tariffs are on the agenda. Angela Miles reports.
Shoe retailers are pleading with President Trump to kick footwear off his list of tariffs. The president is considering raising tariffs to 25% on $300 billion in Chinese products. Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, UGG, and Foot Locker are among the retailers that have sent a letter to the White House. Part of it reads, these tariffs would mean some working American families could pay a nearly 100% duty on their shoes. The Honda Aircraft Company is spreading its wings in America. The plan is to invest $15.5 million more to build a new plant where Honda jets will be built. The very light jet is designed in Japan and manufactured in Greensboro, North Carolina. Vineyard Vines merchandise flew off the racks at Target. The retailer reports the Vineyard Vines Target collection went on sale on Saturday around 3 o'clock online and in stores. It was gone within minutes.
Thanks, Angela. Much more news on the other side of this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, a homeless man who police say is having some issues with mental stability was arrested for arson when a deputy noticed a charred wall of a veterinary office.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office report that they have arrested Jared Hutchinson for first-degree arson. According to the declaration of arrest, on May 11th, a deputy with the Nye County Sheriff's Office noticed a male walking in the roadway, which caused the officer to slow down their vehicle to avoid hitting him. At that time, they made contact with the individual through a pedestrian stop near the Animal Care Center on North Highway 160. The individual was identified as Jared Hutchinson. The deputy reports that they noticed at that time that there was remains of burnt and non-burnt wood on the ground near the corner of the facility. Police say at that time the individual admitted that he had lit a ground fire because he was trying to keep warm. The report says that the fire caused the building to be scorched and charred, leaving damage to the exterior walls. The officer also says that they noticed several items missing from the property and in the possession of Hutchinson. This includes an American flag and a Marine Corps flag, a plant irrigation pipe, and garden lights. Police also say that there was a pole located on the property in several pieces and that an irrigation pipe had been destroyed and ripped out of the ground. Jared Hutchinson was then transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center, where he was placed under arrest.
Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office has some employment opportunities. This item was discussed at a recent meeting.
During the April 30th Board of County Commissioners meeting, a discussion was had about 2 positions for the Nye County Sheriff's Office, a school resources officer and a financial assistant. Commissioner Blundo asked if the school resources officer could help on the streets as well as in the school area. Lieutenant Barukowitz, who was there to answer questions on the matter, responded saying that they go both ways and that they would just go to issues involving the schools more predominantly. Commissioner Blundo also asked if this position could help with the speeding around the school zones, with the lieutenant stating if we have more officers that are there at the school, we can address the speed zones. When asked if these positions are critical, the lieutenant gives his answer and explains further as to why.
The financial assistant is critical in the sense that, as you're well aware, we've had problems going back decades, not just under Sheriff Worley. In the financial world, in the Sheriff's Department, we are a large chunk of your budget, and the fact that we've never had somebody trained and specifically designated to manage the invoicing and billing seems like this is a position that's probably decades old that would fix a lot of the issues that have been coming of this. For the school resource officer position, the reality is we're struggling to handle the calls for service relating to Safe Voice and at the school on a regular basis. This was part of Dale Norton's motivation to budget the $50,000 from his end as a token or a good gesture to the county that the school district takes this seriously. We have already pulled one person off the street to handle those school calls. It's not enough. We used to have several that we have now down to this one. And I think that for the well-being of our children and being able to manage the calls for service and better take care of our children, I think this is a critical thing that's mostly funded, or at least more than half funded, by the school district with our partnership with Dale Norton.
Commissioner Cox voiced her opinion on the matter, stating that she's fine with the financial assistance. However, she feels the school resources officer should be funded by the Nye County School District.
They already get 50% of our tax dollars, and now they've gotten their marijuana money when we haven't. And that was presented last year, and they chose to spend their money on other things, which could have went towards them paying for this. And I just feel that $30,000 out of their budget may not be a lot of money compared to coming out of our budget, because we're in desperate need of taking care of Nye County and its citizens out of a budget that we can barely handle now. Well, the school district, if they're coming up with 50, I think they should come up with the 80 and hire their own, or pay your department, the sheriff's department, for sending somebody over there out of their pocket.
Well, the Drug Court program received funding to continue their work during a recent meeting in front of Board of County Commissioners.
During the May 7th Board of County Commissioners meeting, approval was given to accept the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Award for the 5th Judicial Specialty Courts in the amount of $2 million to fund drug court operations. This will be funded from the 10340 grants. The $2 million will be paid in an annual payment of $400,000 for each fiscal year over the span of 5 years. The project period of this would begin on the 31st of May. The project period of this would begin on the 31st of May all the way to the 30th of May in 2024.
Further discussion? Public hearing, public comment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Public hearing, then like green.
And after the break, we introduce you to a pageant candidate, a congressional candidate, and one of our own says goodbye for the summer.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, Marcia Walling is vying for the crown next month during the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant. In the next few days, KPVM TV will introduce you to one of these beautiful senior contestants leading up to the pageant daily.
Hi, I'm Marcia Walling, contestant number 1. I am a contestant in the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant, which will be June 8th at Saddles West at 7 o'clock. If any of you would like tickets, please get a hold of me or any of my fellow contestants. I am originally from Utah, so I love to snow ski, and I'm a good ice skater too. Moving to Pahrump, I don't get to do any of these things anymore, so I took up golfing, and I love to golf. Thank you.
Well, recently we ran across a congressional candidate, Samuel Peters. We're going to introduce you to him right now. He's campaigning to be your congressman.
I'm a lifetime member of the DAV as well. Spent 20 years in the Air Force, Iraq, Afghanistan, been around the world in all 50 states. Yeah. And you're right, I am one of the first out running for Congress in 2020.
So what prompted you to want to run?
There's so much going on in the country right now that just we need some good direction, good leadership, veterans, business owners, and I started looking in the mirror and realized that I fit that bill. Yeah. And I look at my kids, and I realized pretty quickly that I need to do some more. So,
what's some of the things that you'd really like to change or even keep the same support?
So the DAV, I'm here to support the DAV today. They're doing great things here in Pahrump with the veteran population. The things that I'm learning from being out and about, there's 2 providers here in Pahrump and 10,000 veterans. We need to address things like that, and give our veterans a little more support.
How's it going mingling here with the crew, with the DAVA and the DAV?
They are incredible hosts, and they invited me up, and I appreciate them doing that. Just being out and involved with the folks that I've served with, and hearing their stories, and it emboldens me to want to support, and it's going really well. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're living in Las Vegas right now. Are we going to see you out here more often?
You're going to see me out here a lot. My family, I brought my family out with me as well. They love coming out. I know there's a lot of things going on in Pahrump that are family friendly, and you are going to see me a lot more. I know. Pahrump is generally a red county, and very Second Amendment friendly, as am I, and you'll definitely see me around.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
How can people find out more about you? You have a website, Facebook?
I do have a website. It's sampetersforcongress.com. sampetersforcongress.com.
Well, school's almost out for the summer. We have student news reporter Veronica De La Rosa, who has a few words from Pahrump Valley High School.
Hi, I'm Veronica De La Rosa, and this is your student news. Finals week is this week, and the last day of school is this Thursday, May 23rd, which is a half day. Remember, the senior graduation for Pahrump Valley High School is on May 31st here at Pahrump Valley High School. Seniors, order your graduation DVDs or digital copy by calling KPVM TV at 775-727-9400. Have fun, everybody, and have a great summer. This has been Veronica De La Rosa with your student news.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Take a look outside and see what we got on that weather cam. A little bit of wind there. We'll find out more with our weather forecast after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 75 degrees and a low of 55. In Death Valley, 84.63. Amargosa at 70.49. 64.45 in Beatty. 51.34 in Goldfield. Tonopah with a high of 49, a low of 31. Carson City at 49.35. Fallon at 53.39. And Fernley at 52.38. Now today in Pahrump, we had some partly cloudy skies, a high of 72 degrees. Winds coming out of the west-southwest at 18 miles per hour, our humidity at 20%, and our sunrise at 5:33 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 71 degrees outside, still with those partly cloudy skies. Our low tonight will be 49 degrees with winds coming out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour, our humidity at 41%, and our sunset at 7:47 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, still have a lot of clouds in the sky up through next Tuesday. So we do have a 20% chance of rain this Wednesday and Thursday. So temperature-wise, on Wednesday and Thursday, we're seeing a high of 64 and a high of 68. And from Friday through next Tuesday, our high temperatures are just going to bump up into those 70s, just between 73 and 79 degrees. For overnights, on Wednesday, we're going to see a low of 48 degrees. Then from Thursday through next Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out in about that 50-degree range, just between 51 and 59 degrees. So now if you can't make it back in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live even on the go, as well as any other news and updates. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, I still have tickets for soccer for this Saturday night in Las Vegas. If you want to go see the Las Vegas Lights challenge, the Tulsa Roughnecks, actually, you can give me a call, 775-727-9400, extension 201, to get your tickets to see the Las Vegas Lights soccer team, and give us a call once again, 775-727-9400, extension 201. If you get a voicemail, just leave your name and number. I promise I will call you back. I got lots of tickets. And if you want to get hooked up to free TV, all you need to do is call that same number. We'll tell you how. All you need to do is pick up a digital antenna. And if you need help walking you through how to scan for the channels, we'll even do that. We'll even come out and help you hook it up. And once again, that number is 775-727-9400, extension 201. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.